Welcome back to SLR Studies, and I am Niladar, and you are watching the chapter The Indian Rivers and the Water Resources. In the last session, we have completed up to the chapter Climate of India. The fourth chapter we have completed totally in the last session. In this session, we are going to start a new one. It is the fifth chapter in Social Studies 10th class. It is Indian Rivers and the Water Resources. Starting from the chapter, we know there are many rivers in India, especially the rivers will be originated from many places such as the Himalayas, the Peninsular Plateaus, the Indo-Gangetic Plains, etc. But the drainage system of our country India contains mainly the three sources, that is the Himalayas and the Peninsular Plateaus and also the Indo-Gangetic Plains. These three are the sources for the starting of the rivers and the ending of the rivers, and the rivers have many deviations, and also there are many different types of names at different places. Also, these rivers are only the helpful for the yield of crops for the farmers. These are very helpful in the irrigation, and also in the agriculture. The rivers play a major role in the agriculture, and also the rivers are originated at the different places in the different times, and these rivers flow for kilometers of distances far away, and after the traveling of these kilometers, they finally reach their destinations. And some of the rivers will be formed as lakes, and some of the rivers will be drained out through the Bay of Bengal or into the Arabian Sea, and we know that already. And these rivers are very helpful for the restoring of the groundwater, and also play an important role in the farming of irrigation. And these rivers are known as the friends of farmers. And also, starting from the history, the Himalayan rivers. Starting from the Himalayan rivers, and there are three main perennial systems of the Himalayan rivers. One is the Indus river system, and the second one is the Ganga river system, and the third one is Brahmaputra river system. Starting with the Indus river system, these three river systems are originated in the Himalayas, and they are perennial. They are perennial rivers because we are calling those rivers as a perennial rivers because these rivers are flow throughout the year without stops. These rivers are flowing throughout the year with no stops, and also all the rivers will not flow throughout the year, but these rivers will flow throughout the year. So these are often known as perennial rivers, and all the rivers which will be originated from the Himalayas are definitely the perennial rivers. These include the rivers Indus, and also the rivers Ganga, and also the river system of Brahmaputra river. Starting with the Indus river system, the Indus river is originated in the north side of Kailash ranges. This river is maximum of this river is flows in the Pakistan. Only 30% of the Indus river is flowed in the India, and this river is very helpful in the draining of the north plains, and also the northern plains. And this river has the main tributaries such as Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Satluj, etc. These are the tributaries of the river Indus, and also these are all the rivers are very divided into these tributaries, helping the tributaries flow while the rivers are flowing through the Himalayas. They cut large narrow shapes such as called in the V shape. These are also often known as V-shaped valleys. You can see the pictures of a V-shaped valley. They will be like this in the form of V shape. In the form of V shape, they will be the valleys will be in the form of V shape. So these V-shaped valleys are formed by the perennial rivers which are flowing from the Himalayas, and also the tributaries of the river Indus are again Chenab, Jhelum, Ravi, Satluj, and Beas. Not children, and these are the five main tributaries of river Indus. Next, we are going to the system of Ganga river system, and in this Ganga river system, the Ganga river was originated in the Kailash ranges, but there are two main sources of origination of this river Ganga. The main one is the main one here comes. The main one is the Gangotri range, Gangotri hill. The Gangotri range, the Gangotri hill plays a major role in the forming of river Ganga, and it plays 70. It originates the Ganga river originates 70% from the Gangotri range, and also The Satapant hill is also play an important role in forming of river Ganga. The river Ganga it is the Gangotri in the place of Gangotri range. The river Ganga is also known as oftenly Bhagirathi, and near the Satapant glacier, when the near the Satapant glacier, the river Ganga is oftenly known as Alaknanda. This Bhagirathi and Alaknanda meet through the Devaprayag, and also they form the river Ganga, and the river Ganga leaves through the hill Haridwar hill. And oftenly this river Ganga, not only river Ganga, all the rivers are mainly formed by the tributaries of it. The major part of the rivers are formed by the tributaries, and rest of the by their sources. And this is about the Ganga river system. Now we are going to the Brahmaputra river system. And the Brahmaputra river was originated in the Chamengdang glacier in the Kailas ranges. All these we have to note one point, children. Here this Indus river and also the Ganga river and also the Brahmaputra river, all these three rivers are originated nearby never with some kilometers gap between them. All the rivers are originated in the Kailas ranges. Not all the rivers, these three rivers, these three perennial rivers are originated in the Kailas ranges, but with some kilometers gap between them, between each of them. So here comes the Brahmaputra river. The Brahmaputra river originated in the Chamengdang glacier in the Tibet. In the Tibet, it is also called Sangpo river. In the Tibet, they call this river as Sangpo river, Tsangpo. And this Sangpo river is often called in Tibet as Sangpo river. But when it reaches the opening of into the India, when it opens into the river in India, it broadly divides into a wide channel, is about 640 kilometers of it. And here it has two near the Dihang Valley, and near the Dihang Valley it bends and turns into the India and turns towards India. And it has two main tributaries of itself. It is Dibang, they are Dibang and Lohit. These are the two main tributaries of river Brahmaputra. And like this, all the three rivers are originated in the Kailas ranges, and also each of them have certain number of tributaries. The main river which is helpful in which is draining in the system is river Ganga. It flows in the maximum of the northern plains or the Indo-Gangetic plains. And after this, okay friends, thanks for watching this video. In this session we are completing up to the Himalayan rivers. In the next section we are going to learn about the Peninsular Plateau rivers.